Hey, it's Joe. Today we're going to take a look at what goes on over on the stainless bench. Matt's over there tapping away as he often is. He's going to show us a few tricks of the trade, including trying to teach a layman like me how to perform some of the minor details of his arcane art, and by extension to teach you how to do a couple minor repairs on dings and dents on your own car's stainless, Corvette or otherwise. So we'll take a look. Hello, Matt. So, you've got yourself a piece of stainless steel trim there, and you're tapping it out from behind on an anvil vise, and I know that makes it nice and flat on the outside surface, which is the business end, the shiny part. But outside of that, my man, I don't really know where you go from here. I mean, you're going to knock out a dent flat, but that doesn't make it look any better necessarily, right?
It's not going to look any better right now, but once we get through with it, it'll look pretty sweet.
So the first step, you take this piece of stainless off a hardtop and you're taking a look at it, and you can see that there's dents. How do you see the dents?
Well, first, when we get that piece off of there, we're going to just eyeball up the whole area. I like to kind of just hold up the piece of stainless and see if I can spot the area where the dent is located by watching the light play off of it.
Oh, okay, I see. So you just hold it under the fluoros and see if you can spot a bump or a hump or a ding or a scratch in the light reflected off it. That's kind of the easy way to look for your trouble areas?
That's the easy way to do it. I'll show you on one of these smaller pieces here.
Sure. Okay, yeah, even in the camera lens I can see there's some areas where there's obvious problems.
Yeah.
It's not, the piece isn't ruined by any stretch, but it is scratched up, and right where your thumb is about there you can see there's a little divot, thanks to the light. I'll try to capture that on film here, and I think it does.
Yeah, this piece is dented the whole way across, all the way down the piece of stainless here. It's been removed from a metal retainer.
And that's where the rust is on the back there. That's not from the stainless, of course.
That's right.
Okay.
And when you flip it over and you have access to the dent, and you can just as you were looking at it from the front, same way in the back here too. This was the area that we were looking at, and there's where the dent is, so it's important to spot that out.
With the naked eye you can see that wobble in the light, and you can tell obviously the steel there isn't straight, it's not flat. I don't know how it'll translate to camera, but yeah, it's to the naked eye, as I say, it's pretty obvious. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you spotted where the problem is, or at least where to start on it, right?
That's right.
You just go from one end to the other generally?
That's it. And we want to work on a nice, smooth, flat surface.
Like an anvil or some other hard, surface?
That's right. And what we'll take is a lightweight metal hammer.
Okay. That's pretty small. It's almost like a jeweler's hammer or something like that, huh?
That's right. And we'll pick out the dent just with the flat surface. It's got a chisel-like surface.
Chiseled peen?
And
okay.
We'll just go through. We'll tap out the dent. We'll just do this one spot here so that you can see.
Okay. Okay, see, leaving little marks there on the inside. That's not a big deal, though?
No.
It actually helps you see where you hit it, huh?
Yeah, I can see exactly where it was at. I'm tapping it very lightly, too.
Yeah, see, you got your finger on you're not swinging that like a mallet. You're literally just tapping it, almost like tapping a cigar or something. That's
right, yeah, it's just almost like holding a pencil in your hand and figuring that you're working with something just of that caliber. I'm going to cover the whole area where that dent was.
Okay.
This is the little tedious part here.
Sure. But you don't want to hurry it, I imagine.
Now I want a nice smooth surface on the outside, right where the dent was now.
Oh, what the dent was, it's kind of pushed outward to a degree.
Yeah,
well, the dent has been pushed out. It's flattened.
That's right. We flattened the whole area right there. Now we're left with the rest of the remainder of the dents in this particular piece. But for right now, we're just gonna go after
that little edge there, just to get the idea what we're looking at. Okay.
Next step that you want to do is the area that was dented. We want to take a file and get it as smooth as we possibly can.
Okay, well, like a real file? You're going to file the exterior of that?
Yeah, we're going to file the face of the stainless steel.
Okay. Are you going to push hard or just lightly let it do its work, or how would you describe that?
I'm going to push this fairly hard across the surface of this here. If I have a low spot that's still in there, I'll be able to come back and get it with a hammer to flip it over and hit the spot again. You'll notice a little dark area. I don't know if you'll be able to see that or not, but it's a little bit darker right in this area here.
I can see it. I don't know what the camera will pick up, but yeah. And that indicates that you might need to hit it on the back end right about that spot?
You may need to, or depending on how thick your piece is, you may be able to just sand the spot down completely.
Okay, now that area will be darker because it's not reaching the file.
That's
because
right.
It wasn't hammered.
It's sitting lower.
Okay, okay.
So it's also kind of helping us find out if we got any low spots. We won't be using any kind of body filler. This is unlike body work.
Okay.
So it's what you have is what you got.
You just got to make the steel do what you want it to do, huh?
That's it.
You can't get too rough with it. I mean, if you crease it or something, it's probably shot.
Yeah, you don't want to further any damage on it. There's only so many times that you can fix your stainless piece.
Before it turns to paper, right?
The next step that we're going to do is we're going to sand it.
Okay.
We're going to do that all by hand, and basically, when we're sanding, all that we're trying to do from this point on is lose all of our scratches. You don't want to see any more lines in the stainless steel. We want a nice smooth finish.
Okay.
So we're going to work it with a few different grits of sandpaper, and once we do that, we'll be able to polish it, and we'll have a nice shiny smooth piece.
That sounds good. Wow, that's just for this small piece. There's just no fast way to do this, is there?
No, yeah, it's going to take a little bit of time.
It's just the way it goes. Okay.
So we're at that point now. Like I said, we're going to leave this part dented so you can see a little bit of a difference.
Sure.
And this end right here that we've tapped out and now filed, we're going to go and sand it.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay.